This radio program is PG-13. Parents strongly caution some material may be inappropriate for children under the age of 13.
The following program is sponsored by Michael W. Smith. The views expressed on the following program are those of the host and not necessarily those of staff, management, or ownership.
Phoenix, Arizona, Brother Mike, I am back on the radio. Welcome to the program. Thanks for tuning in, guys. Today's Bible study, the Summer of Free Love. Today on Hardcore. Hey, call somebody and tell them the radio program's on. I'll do some announcements when you make that call. Thanks for your support. This is Brother Mike. I'm the professional counselor at the Arizona Deliverance Center. We're downtown, 50th Avenue, just south of Osborne Road. It's a red brick building. HardcoreChristianity.com is the website. All of our ministry services are on there. For example, we have a children's healing and deliverance service the first Saturday of every month at 10 o'clock. We have 2 live services every week, Thursday and Friday nights at 7. We have 4 Zoom services, Monday, Wednesday, Saturday, and Sunday in the evenings. We have deliverance training the 4th Saturday of every month at noon and every Tuesday night at 6:30. We also have a counseling center. If you need to see a counselor, you have no money, no insurance, that's no problem. Give me a call. I'll get you on the schedule if you're a born-again Christian, 602-636-5800. And please don't forget about my Sunday morning podcast for my folks and my shut-ins at 9 a.m. Pacific and Arizona time. The Summer of Free Love. Who could ever forget it? Most people have. I don't. That was a joke. I was a kid when it happened. 1969, the Summer of Free Love, Haight-Ashbury District, San Francisco, California. Satan himself resurrected his supernatural power and changed the face of the United States using the city of San Francisco and the Summer of Free Love to do it. As you know, the free love movement in California fostered a counterculture movement. It swept the country. It influenced everything: music, art, fashion, illegal drug use, prescription medication use, sexual liberation, environmentalism. Societal norms were all challenged and damaged. Human sexuality was blown up. The Summer of Love in 1969 led just like almost a decade later, a little over a decade later, to the AIDS epidemic that swept through the homosexual community in the early 1980s. It led to the rise of the King of Lust, a guy named Hugh Hefner, who started Playboy magazine. This guy was incredible. He was used by Satan like you can't conceive nor believe. But anyway, lust and adultery and swingers and every conceivable sex you can ever imagine swept the country, birthed in the Summer of Love. Haight-Ashbury District in 1969. Well, within a year, the devil had wiped that movement out, but it didn't matter. It swept the country. And there was no stopping it. No stopping it at all. No way. And it lied about everything and anything. It changed our entire culture on multiple levels. The Summer of Love in San Francisco fit into this verse perfectly. Isaiah chapter 5, verse 20. Woe to those who call evil good and good evil, who put darkness for light and light for darkness, who put bitter for sweet and sweet for bitter. Brother Paul highlighted it in 2 Thessalonians chapter 2. Let no man deceive you by any means, for that day will not come, except there come a falling away first, and that man of sin will be revealed, the son of perdition. Apolia is a Greek word. It means the son of destruction. A falling away first was mistranslated in the King James Bible. The definite article is in front of falling away. which is the Greek word apostasia. And he's talking about the great falling away, which occurs during the tribulation. But the pre-tribulation falling away is already here. And it was given an enormous boost by the Summer of Love in 1969. Really quite remarkable. And it hit everywhere in our society. And to this day, the effects of it are in our public schools. Right now, as I'm speaking to you, progressive schools, colleges, community colleges, high schools, universities, you name it, middle schools, junior highs, grade school, are now introducing sex education that includes everything, anything, and it's all normal. Homosexuality, sadomasochistic sex, trans sex. The entire system has been completely re-engineered. And the whole point of it was to destroy America's Judeo-Christian heritage. And it worked. The goal of the Summer of Love in '69 was to eliminate any moral boundaries to sexual activity. Nothing you do sexually is a sin, even pedophilia. Pedophilia may be illegal, rape may be illegal, but according to Satan, none of it is immoral. And that's what happened. The whole culture changed and ushered in the pre-tribulation apostasy. And right now, as I'm speaking to you, most of the churches in the United States have gone woke. Trans, gay, adultery, fornication, all welcome in the churches in the United States. Almost all of them have it. And it started in 1969. Nowadays, if you come out and say, well, listen, if you have sexual intercourse with somebody of the same sex, that's a sin, that's sodomy. If you say that somebody has an affair or they're swingers, they go to clubs to have sex with multiple partners, well, that's adultery. If it's with a person of the opposite sex, it's fornication if it's a person of the same sex. That's all hate speech now. If you mention something like that, it's all hate speech. You can't say that. You're a bigot. You're backward. You're old-fashioned. You're a hater. Because any form of sexuality is no longer immoral. It might be illegal. For example, having sex with children or kids under the age of 18, that's technically statutory rape. But it's not immoral. There's no immorality involving sexual activity anymore. You can have sex with goats, dogs, doesn't matter what it is. It's all good. Yeah. And the DSM-1, when it first came out, listed transgenderism, transvestitism, and homosexuality as a mental illness. Yeah, the DSM-5 is currently out, and it's all been changed now. None of it is listed as a mental illness. In 2015, something significant happened. What was just as big as 1969, the Summer of Love, just as big. The Supreme Court ruled on a case called Obergefell versus Hodges. And the ruling came out in 2015, redefining marriage. It is no longer with a male and a female. That is a marriage. Okay? Barack Obama and George Bush used to campaign on that. Hey, marriage is between a male and a female. Well, in 2015, not anymore. The Supreme Court ruled homosexuality is eligible for legal marriage. And from 2015 on, so much has changed in the United States. In addition, the concept of a nuclear family has been destroyed. The Bible teaches that a family is a father, mother, and children. Now, it's not a nuclear family. It could be two males, 2 females, God only knows what. And there's been research done on this subject. For example, the Vanderbilt University Medical Center did a research study several years ago, and it found that 83% of lesbian, gay, bisexual, and queer individuals reported going through adverse childhood experiences such as sexual and emotional abuse and mental illness when they were compared to their heterosexual peers. A study came out in February of this year from the Journal of American Medical Association of Psychiatry. They used some data from a 2019 study from the Center of Disease Control and Prevention that surveyed 60,000 people. You know what they came up with? When you adopt kids into a homosexual family, their emotional problems are greater than if you adopted the kid into a heterosexual family. And that study was very extensive. 60,000 couples. That's a huge study. Took several years to do it. But nobody cares because the Summer of Love in '69 decided that, look, doesn't matter what the welfare of the kids are, we're farming them out to gay couples. And many states, many counties around the country have barred people of faith from adopting children because they don't believe in the homosexual lifestyle. Friends, do you have homosexual tendencies but you don't act on them and you'd like to get rid of them and you're a born-again Christian? Call me, 602-636-5800. Do you have transgenderism urges and you're a born-again Christian? Call me, 602-636-5800. Send me an email, mike@hardcorechristianity.com. And you can come in for a private counseling appointment and you can be delivered of the demons that cause these urges. The demons from the Summer of Love will be cast out of you forever. See you next time.
The views expressed on this program are those of the host and not necessarily those of staff, management, or ownership. This program was sponsored by Michael W. Smith.